Hi, I'm Snake Witch, and I am a protector in Collective Mind, and this is my Meet the Altars video. I haven't been on this channel at all yet, but a few of you may know me from Discord. I have been on there a few times, including in a couple voice calls. Snake Witch is more of a title, really, so you can just call me Snake. I am in our Dark Core subsystem, which if you aren't familiar is the same subsystem that Jade is in. And it's the subsystem that split from or formed around, however you want to think about it, our original trauma holder. So I'm a protector and a trauma holder, as you can see above me, and I am an internal and external protector. I'm not first on call for most protecting jobs, I suppose. That, I think, is mostly because I'm in the same subsystem as Jade, so she often will end up taking care of something instead of me, and we can't really take care of something together, especially internally. The most I can do in those situations really is give advice, so unless something specifically calls for my skill set, I'm not usually on call for most protector things, which is why I put trauma holder first on my list of roles. I've existed in our system for a long time, and I have actually not split or fused or gone dormant or anything like that since originally splitting into who I am now in childhood, which I might be the only protector in our system who can say that. Most have done multiple, if not all of those things, in many cases multiple times, especially splitting. But in Jade's case, for instance, she has done each of those things multiple times. A big part of my specific type of protecting involves dissociating from the emotions related to those events, particularly while they're happening, but also afterward. The subsystem that I'm a part of, for the most part, will process those emotions after the fact, but I will just deal with the situation as it happens without having to deal with the emotions at the same time. I can also numb the emotions of alters nearby. I have some control over that, not always, and if that sounds familiar, you might recognize that skill from Alistair's very recent Meet the Altars video. I can't do it to the same extent that he can, but I can do it. You can see a pretty good example of what I look like. It's not perfect, none of our pictures are perfect to what we really look like inside, but it's pretty close. I'm visually based heavily on Medusa from Greek mythology, but I'm not an introject of her. We just drew some from her appearance and strength and her particular skill set to some extent. One thing that's not really easy to tell from the picture, and I don't think would be the case in the picture anyway, is my snakes are actually made of dark magic, and they're non-corporeal most of the time unless they're attacking, which they do specifically to defend me from threats in our inner world. Obviously I don't have them out here, that would be very nice, but I don't. I am also largely obscured visually by dark magic in our inner world. Other altars can't see me unless I want them to. Many of our protectors inside can do that. Jade and Alistair are both ones who are very good at it. Despite, like I said, having been this exact version of myself for many years now, I'm still trying to figure out who I am outside of the jobs that I don't really have anymore for the most part. Especially since all of Jade's fusions, she doesn't need as much backup for internal protecting anymore. There were a lot of situations where I used to get more involved with that, but she has a better defense now, so she doesn't need my absolute defense because she has one of her own. So there are a lot fewer situations where I would get involved in internal protecting now. And as far as external protecting, we're not in the kinds of situations that regularly call for that anymore, and particularly not my skill set. Which is a good thing, but it's still leaves me with less of a purpose than I used to have. So I'm trying to learn what I like and what I want to do. To some extent, who I want to be. Certainly who I want to be around. It's a process. I'm not all that interesting, so there isn't a lot else to say about myself. But if you do have questions for me, you can feel free to leave those in comments or on Discord. I am more likely to see them on Discord, but we do check all of our comments. I just usually personally am not the one doing that. But I can easily, in most cases, pass along my answer to a question, even if I'm not fronting. I have excellent communication with Jade, and she has excellent communication with many other people, including Aura, who is usually fronting, so... Speaking of Discord, the link to that is in the description as always. So is the link to our Etsy shop, if you didn't know we have an Etsy shop. Let's see. There will be links on the screen to other videos, including a playlist of all of our Meet the Alters videos if you want to learn more about other alters in our system and get to know us a little better. And that's also one of the ways you can subscribe, but there's also the like button underneath the video. Both of those are very, very helpful. I think that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye!